Hello everyone, this is Pranit, and today we are going to discuss the topic about handling SQL exceptions in JDBC, Java Database Connectivity. Now let us discuss catch SQL exceptions. Number one, SQL exceptions and SQL timeout exceptions and SQL warning. SQL exception. Catch the primary exception type for SQL related error is called as SQL exceptions. SQL timeout exception. Handle queries that exceeds the specified timeout is called SQL timeout exception. And SQL warning. Check for non-fatal warnings messages from the database is called SQL warning. Analyze exception details. Error code, SQL state message are the analyze exception details. Uh, Error code. It means check the error code to identify the specific issue. It's called as error code. The SQL state provides additional content about the exception. It's known as SQL state. The exception message often contains a valuable troubleshooting information. It's called a message. Implement a retry logic. Detect retriable errors. Identify transient issues that can be resolved by retrying the operation. And second, implement backup. Use an exponential backup strategy to avoid overwhelming that database. Third, set reasonable limits. Ensure the number of retries is capped to prevent an infinite loop. Log exception carefully. Capture content. Include relevant details like the SQL statement parameter values and stack trace. Avoid sensitive data. Ensure you don't log any sensitive information like passwords or credit card number. And third, le- leverage logging framework. Use a robust logging library like SIF4J or log4j to simplify exceptions logging. Monitor logs. Regularly review the logs to identify and address recurring issue. Gracefully handle exceptions. Inform the user. Provide a user-friendly error message without exposing technical details. Rollback transaction. Ensure data integrity by rolling back and a partial change made before the exception. Offer alternatives. Suggest alternative action that user can take to resolve the issue. Document exception handling. Exception type, possible causes, and recommended actions. Mm, the exception type is SQL exception. Then the possible causes are syntax error, connection issues, and deadlocks. Its recommended actions are retry, log, display, user friendly. Now, another exception type is SQL timeout exception. Its possible causes are slow running queries, network latency, and it recommended actions are increase timeout, provide progress. And the third exception type is SQL warning. Its possible causes are deprecated features, truncated data, and its recommended actions are log warning, notify developer. Keep learning and improving. Monitor and analyze. Continuously review your exception handling strategy and make adjustment based on real world usage pattern. Incorporate feedback. Gather input from the user and stakeholder to identify areas for improvement. Stay up to date. Follow industry best practices and new development in JDBC and database technology. Thank you.